Hey guys, what's up? Back in Tampa. Just wanted to make a quick video. Actually, it's not going to be a quick video. So for those of you who are adverse to my voice or get sick to your stomach when you hear me or feel like holding in vomit in your mouth every time I speak, then this video is not for you. Just pass it along. All right? But for those who actually like to hear what I have to say, and even if it's just one person, I think this message is going to be probably one of the most important messages you need to hear. Okay, so I'm going to start by a quick example. You know, when you're a kid, you go to your friend's house and you're going to play, swords with your little foam or cardboard swords. And the goal is, if I stab you with my foam or cardboard sword, I win. So you go to your friend's house and you play and boom. And you go, yes, I got it. And he goes, no. I'm wearing a special body armor suit. You're going to have to poke me twice in order to really get me. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know those were the rules. Got it. Let's do it. Okay, we play. And 1, 2. Whoa, I'm like, yes, I got it. No. You didn't understand. You got to hit me twice, but it's got to be in two different spots. And you got to give it a 2-second lapse in between. And I do it, and so on and so forth. And the point is that, we're all born with something that we're good at. Some of us are born with multiple things that we're good at. And, maybe that one thing that we're good at overall encapsulates just winning. And winning doesn't always necessarily mean financially. It doesn't mean that there's a W. It doesn't mean, it just mean winning, meaning you sought out to do something and then you did it. I mean, pretty simple, from point A to B. And in this example, it might sound crazy, but this is how actually the world actually functions. As primitive as that sounds, we all can experience or remember an experience like that, whether it would be in our friend's house, in our cousin's house, or whomever. And the thing is, when you get to that, from that point A to point B so easily, people get upset, people want to change the rules, people want to move the target, and you're just doing what you do, and you keep on hitting the target, you keep on just doing it. You kind of assimilate, you get acclimated with whatever the new rule is. And if you're a go-getter, or if you're someone who wins, and again, excluding the whole W, for the wins and accolades and all that stuff, but wins meaning nothing's going to hold you back, nothing's going to hold you down. Okay, so this is what I have to do, boom, I'll do it. Oh, okay, this changed all of a sudden, boom, I'll do it. Excuse me. So we all experience that in our work life, in our marital life, in our relationships with our siblings, in our relationships with our friends, in the gym, in wherever we're at. We always see that here's the mark that's been set for us. We go towards it. It seems almost too easy. And all of a sudden the mark changes and now it's something else. Now, I say all this to say that, one of the biggest things, if not the biggest thing, that holds all of us back from anything, okay? And I mean anything. Capital letters, bold, underline, anything, is fear. Fear holds us back from anything, And now, how do we get that fear? How do we get from children, from kids who, could dream about anything and then just kind of like do it? And even if we fumble, or we'll call it fail in this world, right? We'll fumble along the way, we just do it. In our minds, there's nothing we can't do. You ever seen a little 5-year-old, he's like 2'3", and then there's this 7-foot giant, and go play with Uncle Johnny there. You think you could beat Uncle Johnny? And the kid says yes. He believes he could beat Uncle Johnny. Now, whether that's actually based in reality or not, the mindset is there from the beginning. This is what we have. This is what we were born with. And what happens is, as we get older, you know, people that we respect, people that we love, people that we think love us, people that we think respect us, people that we think are there for us, you know, just start putting in doubt in our mind. You know, you say, listen, I want to accomplish this. And you tell your best friend, I want to accomplish this. And your best friend is going to tell you, man, you think you could do that? You know, many people have tried that, and, you know, it's kind of impossible. You sure you don't want to go with another plan? But I'm there for you. I'm your boy. Oh, give me a pound. We're there. I'm there for you. Well, you know, the whole pound and I'm your boy thing, you know, is a little too late, you know, because they've already planted the seed of doubt. You know, here's the person that you're with, that you're trusting to put your heart into, to tell you about what you believe you can do in the future, and he gives you some sense of some doubt. And what happens is, little by little, those things start to seep into the things that we know we can do innately. We know we can do it. And I'm not saying by any means that it's easy, okay? Nothing good comes easy, that's for sure. You know, the more difficult, or I should say, the bigger your goal is in life, the bigger your purpose or your calling is in life, believe me, it gets much, 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 much difficult. But at the end of the day, you know, you have the wherewithal, you have the ability, the skill set, the stick-to-itiveness, and everything in your fiber to accomplish what you sought out to accomplish. And what happens is, you know, it could be your parents, you know. Hey, mom, dad, I'm going to be XYZ. XYZ? You need to go this route. I don't want you to be XYZ. Who said that you can even do XYZ? There's a comedian, Filipino comedian, that he had a line in his comedy. He says to his mother he wants to be a comedian, while everybody else was being a doctor or a lawyer, physician, a nurse. You know, something that the world considers, you know, massive in their eyes and noble. And he says he wanted to be a comedian. And she says, his name is Joseph, Joe Coy. She says, Joseph, who said you're funny? And when you say something like that to someone who's serious about their goals, you're essentially killing them. You know, again, I always tell you most of the time that, you know, life and death it truly is in the tongue. You know, it's what we say to people that can build them up or you know, make them crumble. And it is our job as individuals, because we are for sure, for certain, 100% going to get all of that negativity. And it's our job to just understand that when you hear things like that, it's almost like it should give you a cue that you're on your purpose. Okay? These are people who don't believe that you can do what you can do. Why? Because they can't do it. But if you know in your heart that you have a goal, you have a gift, you have something that you know you can share with the world, that you can change the world, that you can apply in your everyday life, that will affect countless amount of people in a positive way, then there should be nothing to deter you. And it sounds easier said than done. You know, you can be strong-willed, you can be, you can have a mind solid. You can have a heart of gold, but it's when the closest people say things. It's never actually, you know, I used to think your haters this, your haters this, your haters this, and I got haters, and yes, that is a fact. I mean, I know personally I have 1 trillion haters, but it's not even those outside of the circle. It's the ones that are inside the circle. It's the ones that just plant a small seed of doubt because it's something that they can't do. You know, when I was younger, I had an ability to draw. I was an artist. And before I ever took any, you know, classical form of drawing or painting, it was just something I knew how to do. And I remember being in a newspaper because I did a massive mural that stood in the elementary school that I went to. And I did a mural all over the auditorium, and the local gallery picked up on my art, and they wanted some of my other art in display in New York City, down in Soho. And I was on a newspaper, and Joseph Musey. And I'm not saying that to be pretentious. I'm just giving you a story that I just had a gift. I had a skill set that I love to do, and then I did it. And along came the haters. You didn't learn how to do classical art. You didn't learn how to do this. You use pens instead of pencil. You mixed colors, and typically you want to do this. And everybody kind of tried to pigeonhole me into this box, or this proverbial box that everybody gets pigeonholed in. It's the fact that I wanted to go to college, and I did go to college, but I never graduated. And it's the fact that, at the level or the position that I held in my career for so many years, it was, well, you can't be at this position. You can't make, 6 figures or more. You can't make a certain amount of salary. Like, you don't even have a college degree. And while I'm not negating the fact that college is important and it is necessary, there are a few of us out there who are just born to get things done. And yes, I did end up hiring people who required a college degree. So I was in a position to hire people who had a degree and did their work beautifully. And I was able to direct them in order to create excellent work. Or it's the fact that I'm from New York, and I have this stupid New York accent, and I speak a certain way, and this is who I am. I think that the content of what I speak should be more important than how it sounds. I think that the words that I speak should permeate and have more of an effect than how I say it. I think the passion of helping people should be something that again gets pushed, and you feel what I'm saying to you, not because I want you to be like me, but I'm letting you know that I've been there where you guys are at. And really, enough is enough. You have to get past that point of fearing what it is that you're good at. And like I said, you don't openly go out there and fear things. It's subconsciously. It's the people around you that just instill the little seeds of doubt, and you take it to heart, because you don't think these people don't want you to succeed, but they're living their fear and they're imposing it on you, and then it kind of spills over into you, and then there's some trepidation, there's a little bit of doubt, there's a little bit like, man, maybe they're right, I don't know, maybe this isn't for me. The way I speak, back to what I was just saying, I would never imagine in a million years that I was able to write a book, let alone 3, including the 2 that I haven't even finished. But again, it doesn't make me this, awesome author, this writer of the year. I don't care about that, actually. What I care about is writing the content and getting the message into the hands of the people that need it. And what's my concern about people needing things, and what's my concern about getting it into the hands? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. I had a teacher when I was growing up. I mean, like I said, I was a very, very poor student, if you can only imagine. And I was an artist, and I remember there was only one teacher who believed in me. And this is a teacher that went above and beyond than just teaching a regular curriculum. This was a teacher who wasn't just doing a punch in, punch out, 9-to-5 type of job and deal with these crazy kids, someone like myself. This was a teacher who actually cared and was looking for a way to make sure that I passed, to make sure that I understand. So what he did was he would find books that needed to be part of the curriculum, the school curriculum. And I didn't want to read, that's for sure. I don't even know if I was able to fully read. But what he did was he took something that I love to do, and he kind of like molded it into something that I didn't like to do. So he told me to read this book and find the protagonist, for example, and I want you to draw this protagonist. Or I want you to find the scenery in this book that is key and pivotal to the story, and I want you to draw that scenery. Find the thing that's in this book that has an example of what this book is trying to convey and draw that thing. So here I am, I love to draw. Okay, so all I have to do is read the book and find what that is, extrapolate it, and then do what I love to do and draw. Boom. He found a way to use my skills and put it into something that can be practical so I can pass the class. And I did that. And you know, to this day, I'm 51 years old. This was back in, my gosh, I don't even know what grade I was in, 7th, 8th grade. And I remember that. And he and I are always in contact with each other. When I wrote my first book, I wanted him to read it because he was a language arts teacher. And of course, he found all of this grammatical error and punctuations and all that stuff. But he didn't tear me down. He was happy because I got the message across. And because there are millions upon millions upon millions of people who are looking to just perfect what it is that they know, or that they know that they're good at, before they do something. And I'm the type of guy who I'm going to do it and I'll perfect it along the way. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm this rebellion, okay? I'm not rebellious. I believe in hierarchy. I believe in order. But I also believe in myself, and I believe that every one of us has to follow what it is that lights our heart. What is it that gets us across from point A to point B? And I tell you, point A to point B, as easy as it is, and it may sound, because it's only 2 points and it is a straight line, can become very difficult when you don't have the right people behind you. So here's what I'm suggesting, and I recommend, I highly recommend. As difficult as it may seem, this could be anybody who you deem the people who love you, and I'm sure that they do love you, but they may be indirectly impeding on your success, putting and instilling, doubt and fear in your mind when you know you can do it. And again, whatever that is, whether it is you want to be a singer, whether you want to be a UFC fighter, whether it is you want to be a doctor, whether it's you want to be a graphic designer, whatever it is, I believe we can do it all, but that's just me. But whatever it is that drives you, do it. Now, you do it with respect and you do it with honor, okay? So you don't want to push the people that love you away from you. They just may not be the right influencers. They may not have the right way of saying things to help motivate you, okay? So your motivation should be, I am going to accomplish this because I know that I can accomplish it. You know you can accomplish it? That means you know everything? No, I don't know everything. But I know that this person has accomplished it. I know that this person has accomplished it. I know how, and I can pull out a bunch of names of people who have accomplished things. So for me, that's all I need to know, is that it's accomplishable. It's something that can happen. And so guess what? I'm going to do it. And if I can be better than those people in that respect, in that arena, then guess what? I'm just going to be better than them at doing it. But your main thing is set the goal and then just go for it. Period. End of story. In the fighting world, you might get punched here and there. You might get kicked in the face, and you're going to have to just fight through it. You know, speaking of fighting, obviously, you guys know I have a professional life of this digital media, doing commercials for Nike, Rolex, Coca-Cola, Mucinex, and doing commercials, you know, whether it involves 3D animation or shot video or 2D motion graphics or print, collateral or interactive, AR, VR, it doesn't matter. That's been my world for almost 30 years. But simultaneously, parallel, it's also been my career in helping people achieve their biggest goals. And in this particular case, the conduit to that has been my fighting schools. And when it comes to fighting, when I got to the mixed martial arts world, because I never did anything for mixed martial arts until my son got heavily involved in it. And I wanted to see how I can take the combat fighting that I've done and that I do and kind of like soften the edges a little and then bring it into a sport in order for it to be utilized. But above all, like I always say, it's really the mindset. So What I bring to people and what I give to people is a mindset that they can take, and then they can put their gifts and tools into action. And that's really where the success is at. But when I first started in the mixed martial arts world, you know, you hear all these gyms, or you can't teach this, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this isn't how we do it, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, out of respect, I guess I said, well, you know, they're the experts. I don't want to impede or do something anything different or wrong. So I kind of just pulled back of who I am and what I've been teaching all of these years. And then come to find out, you know, come full circle, these people didn't teach it because they didn't know it. These people didn't teach it because they didn't do it. They didn't teach it because they were scared because the people that taught them said that you couldn't do it. And everybody lived on this historical fear of what you can and cannot do. But even the best fighters in the sport, and I say the best fighters in the sport, they know that at the end of the day, it's a brutal game, that if your mindset isn't to die in that cage, then this is just a sport that everybody else has carried along and they made me believe that I shouldn't be teaching a certain way. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is gone. I could care less about the industry of mixed martial arts and what they think and how they think and who they are. In the future, people will be teaching and doing and applying the methodologies and the ways that I teach. Now, I know that sounds super duper pretentious, and it sounds like I'm some sort of megalomaniac, egotistical animal, and I'm not. What I'm trying to tell you is you guys need to find what it is that you're good at, and don't let anyone stray you away from it, okay? Don't let anyone push you away from it. Don't let anyone kind of squelch that vision, that dream that you have. If you're doing it in good taste, and you're doing it with respect, and you're doing it with honor, and you're doing it with love, and if you're doing it with passion, and you're doing it because you know it's for the greater good, do not let anyone stop it. So, if you stood this long in the video, wow, kudos to you. But I'm pretty passionate about this. I wanted to let you know at the end of the day, in summary, that really, it's really easy to succeed at whatever it is that you want to succeed. That's the short answer. The long answer is that it's really difficult to succeed at whatever you want to succeed when you have the wrong people by your side. And the wrong people might be the people that love you, and might be the people that you love. And it all comes out in different ways. You might show your friend, you might show your husband, your wife, you know, hey, listen, look at this beautiful combo, and then that very day they'll show you a video of somebody else doing a different combo, and they'll go, ooh, did you see that? And again, you're like, that's cool, I like that combo that you showed me. But it's almost like indirectly they're saying to you, yeah, I saw what you did, but did you see this? Because this is what everybody's looking for, because this is what everybody wants to see. And in that moment, you have to decide, wow, this is where the negativity comes in. This is where fear starts seeping in, fear of saying something, fear of progressing, fear of moving forward. Because here's someone that you respect, someone that you love. They say they love you, and they're showing you something else, and you just showed them this. It's like, I don't want to live in the moment of what this person did. I want you to relish and at least appreciate and acknowledge the thing that I showed you. And I know for a fact that the people that I'm speaking to and the people who are staying this far in the video resonate with this. You have people like that around you. You have to, if you can't physically remove them from your life, you have to respectfully and in love, you have to remove them from your mind. Remove them from your heart space. They are going to take you down, and they will help you become a disaster. Because if you're not happy living your life, you're not going to be happy, period. So I hope this message resonated with at least one person. But if you believe in what I'm saying, instead of just tapping that and giving me a heart, comment, please. If you stood this long, comment. Share it. Tell people what you believe. If you don't believe in what I'm saying, that's cool too. Comment anyway. Let people know why you don't believe what I'm saying. But I can tell you right now, I would have to be proven wrong, because I can tell you, in the 51 years of living and with all of the different things I've done as an entrepreneur, as a husband, as a father, as a business owner, as a friend, as a spiritual leader, as a mentor, as a teacher, in my experience, it's that simple. You are failing or you're not succeeding in life simply because of fear. And you say, I'm not scared of anything. But it's the fear that's been pushed down in your subconscious by the people around you. And you don't want to let them down, and so you forego everything altogether. You throw the baby out with the bathwater because you don't want to let these people down, because they've instilled fear in you. And my thing is, go, fall, stumble, hurt, break, and continue to grow along the way, and you will accomplish exactly what you sought out to do. And that's a guarantee if you don't stop. All right? So I hope this message resonated with you. Leave me a comment. Peace.